What's good, YouTube? It's John here. I'm going to give you an update on my Gravekeeper's deck profile. The last video I did, I took that build to locals for Sunday and Wednesday. These past two, well, it was last week anyway. And I lost horribly against the meta. Now I rebuilt the deck to play mainly against the meta. So that way it becomes the anti-meta deck all over again. And there's a cat, right there. Right. See, there we go. And anyway, I'll just go through the deck, explain the changes and why. There's two cards in here right now that are kind of like my super secret tech that won't be secret once I tell you guys. But yeah, I think they're great. So anyway, oh yeah, you're gonna need to know. There you go. Start with your monsters. You have 3 Gravekeeper Spy. I'm sorry if there's glare, guys. I don't really have any other spot to do this video at the moment. 3 Recruiter, 2 Commandant. The last video I did 2 Commandant as well. My reasoning for this is because I needed the extra spot, and it seemed to be that every single time I drew that. Hold on a sec. Cat, please knock it off. Every single time I drew not both of these, but every single time I went through the second Commandant, I would have usually gone through my third Necrovalley by then, or picked it up. So then that third Commandant kind of became dead. So I dropped it to 2 and put another card in its place, and it works wonders. You also have your 2 Gravekeeper's Descendant, 1 Assailant, and this is my new card I put in there for the third Commandant. It's awesome. It's pretty much a walking soldiering on crack. You get 200 defense for each Gravekeeper monster in your graveyard. It negates all grave monster effects that activate and resolve in grave, except for Gravekeeper monsters. Excuse me. And if you have Necrovalley in the field, your opponent can't activate spell card. I'm sorry, not spell cards. Your opponent cannot activate a field spell, and your field spell can't be destroyed by card effects. So yeah, and then of course you have your 2 Malefic Cyber-End dragons. Like I said, it is the Malefic build. That's it for the monsters. Spells, we have 3 Necrovalley, 2 Stele, 3 Pot of Duality. I actually try to put Upstart Goblins in place. I don't like them. And I also try to take the 3 pots out and put in other cards like trap cards and spell cards that I could use to try to make up for those 3. I don't like that either. The Pot of Duality actually makes this deck so consistent, and that is the only reason why I'm keeping those 3. They're just so amazing. They help speed it up to be able to look at the top 3 cards of your deck and pick your best out for whatever situation you're in, or to make your position a lot stronger. I can't even express how important that is, especially since it's a slower deck, and all the all the tier 1 meta decks, they're really quick. So this just helps you with that. 2 MSTs. It used to be 3. I strongly believe in playing 3 MSTs this format, just because there's so much back row. And especially against Cliff Forts. So unfortunately I needed room for other cards, so I had to drop it to 2. It works fine just like this, but I really do miss the third MST. It gives me that extra option, so I don't feel as I don't even know how to explain it. I don't feel as though I need to hold on to these really. So yeah. 1 Snatch Steal. I didn't play this in the last deck. So I just found one in my collection, and I love it. It's so good. It turns your entire match around at times. It's just a really smart play. And this is going to be a Raigeki. I just need to borrow one from a friend for the next tournament, which is the sneak peek on Sunday. I'm sure someone there has got a common one or something I can use, so that'll become a Raigeki, and that's kind of how I've been playing it. And that's it for your spells. On the traps, you have 2 Imperial Tombs of Necrovalley. I used to play 3 for a little while, and then it became really cloggy. because of the fact it needs to have a Gravekeeper and a Necrovalley on the field in order to activate and resolve this effect. It's very situational. It really is. Like, there would be times where I needed to activate this and I didn't have a Gravekeeper, or I didn't have Necrovalley on the field. So putting it to 2 is just, it's been great. I haven't had any problems with it. It helps so much. If you're really wanting to play 3 that bad, I suggest making the third one a wiretap, just because it really does help against your what do you call them, Burning Abyss matchup. So yeah, you have 2 Rite of Spirit. I like this card and I hate it now at the same time. It really does help with your combos. Like, if you're going off of Descendant and you have a Recruiter, you can pop the Recruiter, special it after you search, and then pop it again to get rid of another card. It allows you to have your field presence because of the fact that this deck is really lacking field presence. It allows you to set up other plays as well and go into exceed monsters that you really need to. So I like the cards. I usually do side them out, either one or both of them, depending on what matchup I have. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a love-hate relationship with that card. But so far, it hasn't done any bad. I'm also still testing with and without them other cards around. So yeah, 2 Fiendish Chain. Used to be a 3. I needed the space for other cards. I wish I can put it back to 3, but I just don't have the room for it. So yeah, 2 Deep Prison. Used to play a Deep Prison and a Mirror Force, but the fact that everything resolves in Grave now, or almost everything, the fact that they all do that, I'd rather just banish the monster and never let them get their effect off, and it's just a lot easier that way. I finally got my Time-Space Trap Hole in the mail. I love this card, I really do. I've tested it at 1, and it's just so good. It really, really, really does help against your Shadal's matchup, your, what do you call it? I can't think of the name of it. Your Burning Abyss. I just had this problem earlier. And then it also helps with, like, I don't know how to explain it. What do you call it? Damn it. Lightsworn. I have a really hard problem against Lightsworn just because they can drop big monsters and shit like that. So this helps a lot. You have a ton of 1-ofs in this deck. The rest are 1-ofs. You have your Compulse, Bottomless Trap Hole, Solemn Warning, and my 2 super secret tech cards are Macrocosmos and Soul Drain. The reason I play Soul Drain is I don't want to play a second what do you call it, Shaman. And Macro, I decided to play instead of the Defissure because I usually draw Defissure with Recruiter, and if I activate Fissure, then I lose the Recruiter effect, whereas I can keep Macro set, let them kill my Recruiter, get the effect to search, and then activate this and chain to an opponent's effect. So that's the only reason I love these 2 cards in there right now. It's really good against the meta. It really helps you keep that whole anti-meta theme. And then both of these are chainable to any other monster effect, card effect, except for obviously your counter traps. But hey, can't complain with it. It's so good like that. We'll go into the extra deck. I am only missing 1 card in it right now, and the 1 card in the main deck. So I'm almost done. I'm just waiting on some of them to get in the mail. Like I said, the Malefic Cyber-Ends. You have to have the 2 Cyber-End dragons in the extra. You have your rank 3s, which is Zen mains, which will probably change to a Downward Magician just because I can Snatch Steal I can Snatch Steal pretty much anything that's a rank 3 and just overlay immediately and take their monster and keep it. So yeah. Then you have your Acid Golem because Skill Drain is a thing, and that's just my go-to card. Nightmare Shark and Alucard, and those are the only rank 3s I play. On to rank 4s, which are a ton of them, just because they're so easy to make. My Stroke is going to change. He will become an Exciton Knight, which should be in the mail within the next day or 2. Hopefully tomorrow, because I can't afford to wait to not have it on Sunday for the sneak peek. But yeah, if not, I'm just going to have to make do. One Black Ship of Corn. I love this card just because there's a lot of decks that side hands and some that main at my locals, and this just allows me to get around the effect of if their card is destroyed by a card effect or by battle, then you can pop a card and special summon, where this doesn't destroy, it just sends it. It also gets around Zen mains for those that play it, so yeah. One Steel Swarm Roach. Master Key Beetle combos wonderfully with Shaman because I've had so many times where I've done this, and it makes my opponent really, really salty when I do it. I'll have Necrovalley and a set Spy. They attack in a Spy, special Shaman, and I'll have another level 4 in hand. On my turn, I'll normal summon the other one after I set up the field or whatever if I have to. And then overlay into Key Beetle. Use Key Beetle's effect to target Shaman, so then instead of just getting rid of Shaman, they have to get rid of Key Beetle, then Shaman, and then the Necrovalley, which is actually really funny. And then, of course, your Crazy Box. Like I said, Skill Drain is a card. Abyss Dweller, I really wanted to play it at 2, but I just don't have the room in this extra deck anymore. If I was to play a second one, I'd probably get rid of Key Beetle just because yes, his combo with Shaman and Necrovalley is amazing, but I don't use it as often as I wish I could. One Cowboy, Castell, and your 101 Silent Honor Arc. I just got this in the mail, just got this in the mail, just got that in the mail, so I haven't had time to use them yet, but every single time I play test cards as these ones, they're really, really, really handy, especially these two. And of course, the Abyss Dweller is like an MVP of the side, or the extra deck. There will be no side deck in this video, just because of the fact the last one I had, for the last video, I tore it completely apart, just blew the whole idea up. I'm going to redo it, because that way I can take this deck to YCS Charleston. I believe it's in South Carolina. I'm not really sure. I don't even know where it is, but I just know that's where my friend is going, so I might as well just tag along and play the tournament. So yeah, that is about it. Let me know what you guys think. Rate, comment, subscribe, share the video if you think you know somebody that might be interested in this type of build. Let me know what you think. I'm really open to suggestions. The Shaman came from suggestions from the last video from people that actually decided to comment. I test every single idea if I think it's actually going to work with the deck. Actually, I lied. I test every idea anyway, and if it works with the deck, I keep it usually, or I'll just work around it, side something similar to. But yeah, other than that, have fun. Play Gravekeepers because they're awesome. Hopefully, I'll see a bunch of them at YCS Charleston. That'd be really cool, and hopefully more just show up around everywhere. So, peace.